Hello everyone. I put my name really big in case y'all cannot see. I'm Joey. I'm 30 this year. So actually I joined this industry 7 years ago. So I'm a manager for 5 years. So I joined the management in 5 years. So I have 13 manpowers and around 80% of them are Gen Z. So maybe that's why I was being tasked to speak about handling Gen Z in the new era, especially and specifically financial advisor. And so when I had this topic, right, since so many of them are Gen Z. Okay, anyway, show of hands, right? How many of y'all here are Gen Z? Wow, what a lot. Wow, okay, so disclaimer, I do not represent Gen Z. But I'm speaking based on my experience and what I think works. So if your associate don't agree with what I say, is their problem, okay? Okay, so I asked my team, I say, okay, so Gen Z, to specify 1997 to 2012. So those that raise up their hand later, I will check your IC, 1997, so I'm not Gen Z. But sometimes Google will tell me I am Gen Z because sometimes they'll put 1995. But I'm not lah. So they are considered to be very digital, a lot of experience in the digital world, but doesn't mean they are digitally savvy, okay? And they exposed to social media from a very young age, right? So I asked my associate, I sent them a message. I say, okay, anyway, I'm going to speak for this SAMC conference this day lah. And I say like, I want to know what works. On the ground, what works for y'all? What is good? So I was very excited for their feedback because Gen Z, they love to share, they're so opinionated, right? So I was excited for the response. And then my associate, she is 25, she replied, slay. Slay, okay, never mind. Slay, I understand. Then after that, I wait for my next reply. I never reply to this message because I also don't know what to say. No, it doesn't skippy toilet. And so I don't understand what skibbity toilet means. And it is a Gen Alpha slang. Okay, it's not even Gen Z anymore. So skibbity toilet, I refuse to Google what it means lah, because I don't think it can benefit this sharing at all. So rather than continuing to force them to give me a reply, right, I use the other approach. I asked them to vote. So WhatsApp, there's a voting feature, right? So I asked them to vote top 3 of what relate to them the most. So this is what they told me. They said, okay, you all want us to work hard and wait for the results, but what they want is instant gratification. They want to see the quick wins, the quick success. They don't want to wait for the results to come out. But unfortunately, right, in our career, we need to build loyalty. We need to build trust. We need to wait for them. We need to build a good relationship with our clients before we can even be able to close a deal. That's for me, that's what I want before I close a deal, because if I don't do that, there's not going to be any longevity in the client-customer's relationship as well. So this is what they want. So let's keep this in mind. We also demand loyalty from them when they want value. They value impact over tenure. They don't care if they spend how many years in this team, they are going to get how many more better quality experience. They want to know that they have a purpose. They want to know that they have built something meaningful. And they need to know that, okay, basically time is very precious for them because of the uncertainty and instability in our world now. And lastly, we give them scripts when they want to be creators. How many times, right, y'all as leaders, right, give them the exact script. You tell them, do this, call the client and say this. Not only do they not follow, they edit the script, right? And then they tell you, no, it doesn't work. It's so common. I experience that all the time. As a leader, I tell you, 25-year-old, I'm so angry. So many times I tell my boss, actually, is it really worth it to be a leader? They reply me this stupid reply, slay. So to me, it's like, wow. So we give them scripts. We tell them exactly what to do, but they do not want to follow. So why? So this is something I always ask myself. Okay, I'm almost Gen Z, I still need to ask myself this question. But to be fair, I realized that is we all have different experiences in life that make us who we are, that make us think in a certain way. And let me explain to you why do they think like that. Like I said again, I need to repeat this. I do not represent Gen Z. So this is what my team voted, okay, with sample size of maybe 10 people. We need to understand their mentality. So why are they like that? They are the first to be born in the digital world. We have Google, we have YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, right? If we have 4 points, wait for the 4 point to come out and take picture. Okay? So if they want to know, if they, basically I see on TikTok, okay, I use TikTok every day, 2 hours minimum. I need to scroll through 2 hours, then I will sleep. So we always see how I earn my first $1 million, how I earn my first car. We will see them post how I got successful in my career. Post within 1 minute, they share their whole life story already. This is what their exposure is, right? They are also very influenced by the social media algorithm, which means attention is currency. So what does this mean? Today, if I want attention, I feel like I want to feel loved, okay? I just need to post a picture. People will comment, people will like. They have immediate replies from people around the world. That's why it's very hard for them to just wait for us to be there for them, okay? And they are trained to question anything. Not only do we have Google, we have ChatGPT. But I think what we need to do is to embrace Google and ChatGPT. It's literally, we are one question away from the answer. They don't need to wait for us. They can just Google anything that they want. And lastly, they are very comfortable with uncertainty. That being said, COVID happened, circuit breaker happened. It's, to me, the 3 months, right? How they spend their 3 months and how I spend my 3 months very different. While I was trying my best to continue my sales, right? A lot of them at home, emo. Then they like, don't know whether I join this for what. I join already, cannot go and meet people for appointment. They're very sad. So this is them. So rather than changing them, right? Rather than telling them, just do this, okay? I don't care whether whatever you experience, everybody got their own life, everybody got different experience. I don't want to change them. So I use these few pointers to go and explore the things that work for them. But most importantly, right, before we want to know how to help them, we want to create any form of anything to help them, right? You need to ask yourself first, okay? Anyway, this is a ChatGPT title, okay? It's not really a playbook. But you need to ask yourself first, what is leadership to you? I think this is a very, very important question for people here today, because for me, right, leadership is, for me, I want to be a solution provider. I want to solve your problems. I want to use my experience to help you to overcome your challenges. I want to be able to first do my COT, then tell you, you do your COT. I want to first buy my car, and I say, you should also go and buy your car. Everything I do first, then I tell you to do, because it is possible. Leadership to me is helping you to stand out from a comfort zone and be someone special. That's what leadership means to me. So what does leadership mean to y'all? So I also think that it's very important to be the support system that they never had, maybe, I don't know. Okay, so this is leadership to me. But I'm also very lucky because I have my boss is something like that. He has always been there to answer my question. So sometimes when I first joined, right, and I don't know how to answer my client question, first few appointment. Then I call, every time I need the answer, right, but I don't want to tell my client I don't know the answer. So I'll go appointment, then after that, the client ask very difficult. The client really damn difficult at that point of time. So rather than telling the person I don't know, right, either I pretend to go toilet, or I'll just faster call my boss and cut the phone. Then he'll tell me the answer, then I'll tell my client the answer. So he's always available for me to help me answer my questions. So this is what I tell my associate to do. Any point of time, you got any problem, call me immediately. You can cut my phone. You can cut, I don't care, I don't mind. As long as it is something important. You need to show and build a trust system with your client. No matter what it takes, I'm here for you. So I'm going to share with you a few pointers that I personally think works for me, and this is what I have been doing with my team, okay? The first one, from authority to collaboration. So I'm someone that do not like to be the only person standing during the training, because I host training twice a month, so 2 weeks one time. Okay, I see all of them. Last time I did training every week, different people. Then I cannot tahan really. So I'm changing it to twice a month. And every time the training is always me sitting there and telling them and talking to them. And I got very frustrated because if I talk to them, they confirm use phone one. Then there was once I was so angry, I asked them, why is the phone more entertaining than me or not? So I cannot talk like that, very rude. I understand, but I was very impatient. So I transform, right? What did I do? I use ChatGPT, I use AI. Rather than sitting there telling them what to do, I will ChatGPT the topics available. After that, right, I will tell them, go and think of the answer. Tell me the answer. So for example, CPF now trending, correct? I'll ask ChatGPT to give me the top 10 questions that people ask about CPF. Using the top 10 questions, I'll give each team 2 questions. They are supposed to come up with a deck. And then after that, right, I give them 1 hour to come up with the answer. After they come up with the answer, they will present to their teammates. So they will stand there and present to the teammate. Then all I do is nod my head or shake my head. It's a very, very simple job. But it works. Because, right, if I'm the one standing there and talking to y'all, maybe the takeaway is 20%. But I'm quite entertaining, so maybe 40%. But if they are the one that are putting the effort to go and think of the idea, that will be around 60%. The extra 20%, because they put in the effort, works for both me and my team, I think it's okay. So this is exactly what I do. I always come up with new topics to talk to them. They collaborate as a team to come up with the perfect script for us. Okay. Next. Purpose over paycheck. So these are my top 2 producers in my team. They are both IDA and MDRT. So what did I do that is different? What does purpose over paycheck means? It's not just about the money. Money anywhere else you can earn. Don't do finance. You can also do, sell drugs. I mean pharmaceutical drugs, okay? You can also do that to earn money. It's just a different form of sales, right? But I want them to feel the purpose of being in my team. I want them to feel a sense of belonging. So if you can see the bag that they are holding, right? Everybody will have something different. So I go and buy what they like. I need them to know that I care. I want them to feel love. You know, in our job, as a leader, right, this is what we need to do, because when we do sales, all we do is serve, ask questions, answer stupid questions. Sometimes they're kind of a bit weird, then we need to handle. So this is exactly what they're experiencing. What we need to do as leaders is to embrace the toughness of the career and help them by letting them know that we do care, we understand what you're experiencing. So this is what I'd rather do. I don't need to nag, because action speaks louder than word. So you see this shirt, right? So you know what's trending now? What is trending now is, what's that word? I don't say stylish t-shirt, but basically t-shirt. Hype, right, thank you. Hype t-shirt. So you see this t-shirt designed by me. So every different occasion we have, right, I will create something that is hype, trending, that they want to wear. Everybody had good feedback. Everybody wears. So sometimes if I go to office, right, because we already did multiple shirts already, all of them are wearing our t-shirt, but it's special and it's different. I don't just put one name there, one number behind. I think it's waste of money. Spend $10, but they don't wear it. So I want to do something that, I do something nice, I do something trendy, you wear it, you feel a sense of belonging. To me, that is very, very important. Okay, next. So autonomy plus structure equals success. So we always tell them last time, you do like that, then you will succeed, right? You do this, then done. That's what I did. That's my era. That's what I was. My boss say you call, I call. Come office, I come office. That's what I did. But it doesn't work anymore. If I ask them to come office, the girl tell me, okay, there was one time I had a training with her, this person, not her, sorry. This person, okay. Then I say, hey, you not happy you come training for what? And then she tell me, you asked me to come what? But she's not wrong, I asked her to come training. Then Gen Z, so I say, you're right, then never mind, I continue to train. You attitude me, it's okay. But these are things that we are experiencing, and I think that this is not the way I want to handle my team anymore. So all this experience make you more pigtail, then you grow even more, right? So now I must explain to them why. Everything must explain. Every single thing I do, I explain. Why training twice a month, I explain. How come you come training cannot late, I also explain. How come you need to be a good calling buddy, I also explain. Every day I put guide. How to be a good calling buddy? Who does this? Me, So you don't need to ask me. Everything I do, I send you. everything I send to the group chat, literally everything. So you see, these are the message that I send to my team. What present to buy? Teach them. How to send people the referral message? I screenshot, I instead show them. Everything I do first, I show my team. How to create referral, how to create appointment, I send them. How I introduce myself, I also send them. Everything I do, I just send. It's just one screenshot. And it's the easiest way to teach them, to tell them that it works if you do it this way. But doesn't mean you have to do it this way. This is just something that you can consider. So have the faith that they will go and they will apply what you teach them, but also at the same time, don't dictate what they need to do. So if you don't take picture like this one. So okay. So what else? Make work fun and social. This is an activity that I really, really like. I do it maybe twice a year. So for this activity, right, what I do is I'll give each one a marker. Then after that, I'll tell them, okay, go and write a problem on the whiteboard. Then they will write their problem. So everybody will have a problem. Even if it's different or same, don't matter, just write. After that, everybody that finish, right, go and see the rest of them, see what problem they have, write the solution down. If I tell them the solution, they confirm don't apply one, right? Because I don't know quite lah, no? It doesn't need to come from me. So what I do, use other people's word. So this is what I did. I asked everybody to give them the solution. So it works a lot because when they see and sense that their peers are experiencing the same thing as them, they feel much better. I don't know, maybe, I don't know why lah, but they feel much better, and then they actually try to work on their problems. So this is a very effective way that I like, and I learned it from someone, okay? This is not my own creative idea. What else do I do? So you know, just now we had some AI sharing, right? But I personally think that my associate capacity a bit lower. So ask them, what we need to do is we'll learn how to use the AI, right? Then we ask them to use it. I like to do this. So I'll create the collateral using Canva. I print out, I ask them to write in front of me. Because if I ask them to do it at home, send me, right, I will never receive it. So I'll print out, I say, right now, you do now. It's okay, I'll wait for you. I got time. Right? Then after that, I play game. Would you rather? So would you rather is just an example of a game that I play with my team to teach them and listen to their opinion. So maybe I'll ask them like, hey, you want to keep your CPF interest or you want to invest? Then someone will tell me I keep in 2.5%. I'm like, huh? Then I ask why lah? But this is how I learn why. And then the people in the team will also understand their perspective. And after that, I'll ask them, okay, so if your client asks you this question, how are you going to answer? So that's how training works for me. So I don't really need to use my brain anymore. Then they need to activate their brain for them, okay? So whatever thing I have, I make it nice. So I feel, when they see so nice, they also, put in more effort to do, right? And I need feedback. Feedback to me is very, very, very important. So this is just a sample of my feedback. This is the reflection. You see, I don't know if you can see, but I put top 3 life priorities, right? Okay, no, sorry. I put things to stop doing. So I do this every year, right? So I love it when last year they write, do not procrastinate. Then this year they write the same thing, do not procrastinate. I will take out and say, what is this? I will take out and swan them all. Like, don't be a loser lah. Don't write this again. Right? So it's their words against them. It's never yours. Because it's no use. It's their words, what they write, what they want. You take out. During every training, I take this out. This is what you want. You don't want to procrastinate, so you better do this now. So it works because it's what they wrote in their own handwriting, because I literally printed it. And I print in very good quality paper, okay? Not those flimsy A4 paper. It's like 230 GSM one. Okay, I know my paper. Okay, and I will ask them like, okay, so feedback, right? After every training, I also ask for feedback. I'll ask them what they want to learn. Do they enjoy this kind of training? Every time, twice a month, feedback. After the training, they must sit down and do the feedback. So they must tell me what they like about the training. They must tell me what they like about me today. They must tell me how come they use handphone, they must just, I want them to explain everything, basically. So, but I did it in that is done by a Google survey. So these are also things that I do, okay? So there's this sales cycle that you all should know lah. Sales presentation, key things to do, objection handling, fact finding, presentation and product knowledge. Why is this good? When you know someone not very good, right? Then after that they go and put objection handling 8. Then you know it's not 8 already. Then that's when you know that they are the Lulu. Then you can bring out this and ask them, why do you think that you are an 8? Okay, I need to know. If they don't explain to me, and they tell me they're an 8, I confirm mock them. So I rather ask them first. So that's me, I will like, hey, you really 8? You really think you 8? Yeah. Sometimes they will say yes, lor. So Gen Z amazed me. Okay, next. This time management matrix, I love it. So you see, I don't know what they think is important in their life, in their career. For example, not important but urgent. Not important and not urgent. I give them all the tasks, I ask them to write down. They need to write, imagine they put important but not urgent gossip. So I need to know. Sometimes people love gossip, but I want to know how important is it to them. Then I will take and show them. And if they always gossip, I'll say, are you sure it's not important? You always gossip. So I bring everything out and show them. I keep everything. I must do this lah, because I have a very poor memory. So this is very important to me, for me to show them what they said to me in a physical form. I will even print it out and paste it on my wall. And during training I point. Like some lecture like that. This is what you wrote. You see what other people write. How can you be like that? So I like to do that. That's my style, okay? So this is very, very useful to me. So another thing that I did is something I think you all are aware of called anagram. Not only do I take it, not only do my team take it, right? Even my staff also do it. My admin, I also asked her to take anagram. I asked her to take anagram level 2. It's very important for me to understand them, and it has helped me a lot. By knowing what type they are, type 7 Delulu, type 8 Challenger, all these things make it easier for me to handle them. But personally, for me, I went all the way up to level 3. Because sometimes I don't want to be too overly confident with my the way I decipher people, right? So I take anagram. So I have the justification. This is what you did this test. You tell me that you are 4, so you act like a 4, please. Okay, so lastly, this is how I end my session today. In this new era, I think old school leadership really doesn't work anymore. I hope that all of us will be able to adapt some empathy and co-creation with our team in order for us to build an even more successful team. Thank you.